What you're looking at is the uncut demo from CitizenCon 2016 as put on by the Star Citizen team CIG. This is called the Homestead demo, and it's got procedural generation version 2.0 for planets called Planet V2, and that has the biomes, edge blending between the biomes. Then we're also seeing some of the beginning states of the weather system as demonstrated by a sandstorm toward the latter half of the demo. And there's also a sandworm appearance if you kind of like the Dune references. So that shows up in this demo. There's some more for authoring tools, things like that. We don't have that in this upload, but maybe in the future. Otherwise, check the channel for interviews with Chris Roberts, Aaron Roberts, and Sean Tracy. I'll let you get to the demo without further commentary.
He actually says hello, CitizenCon, but you guys are all laughing when you saw the guy. Constellation Aquila. So we're heading towards the distress beacon. So the idea with this would be that you potentially could get a mission where you get a distress beacon. You're going to find out on in this particular case this planet. So we're heading towards it. The atmospheric conditions are unsafe. And one of the key gameplay things you want to do because obviously the planetary tech's going to allow us to have a whole bunch of play areas we don't normally have, is to encourage players not to always, maybe you can't always fly there, maybe you have to get out and use your rover, for instance, which you have been. So it's fine, let's go find a landing zone that's on the edge of the desert plain. there's a little compression there. We're working on that. I know it's a small thing, but I always wonder what I need to compress when you land. Alright, so we're going to head out to do some exploring and get us let's be nice and tidy, close the locker up, and then grab our gun just in case there's some hostiles out there. I mean, but this is kind of an example, like for instance, you shouldn't be able to sort of sit in heavy armor flying a ship. Maybe you're in your flight suit and then you go and equip your armor or your EVA suit when you need to go outside and do stuff. And so you sort of want to make it quite immersive and have different reasons to be equipping and using different stuff. So if you notice, this is the actor that we had that was in People to Planet. He's actually in Squadron 42. He plays a character called Joachim Steiger. So let's go and see the distress beacons about almost 3 kilometers away over there. We get our little scope out. All right, so let's figure out how to get there since we can't fly. So, handily, we've got the Constellation Killer, so we have so you know, you saw the Constellation Killer commercial a while ago. We are now doing this in game, in real time. Awesome. And yeah, unlike, I mean, all those mountains we see, we have the time down here, but I'm sure when you guys get on Planets V2, there'll be lots of videos where people walk all the way around the planet, or they go to the mountain they see in the distance, because that is not a skybox, that is actually the proper mountains and geometry that's all there, everywhere. And that's actually the liberating thing with this tech is when you build a planet on a planetary scale and its level of detail, and of course you can see up close that it looks like what you see in Battlefield 1, for instance, in the desert, the sort of Lawrence of Arabia and stuff. But of course it's all at a global scale, a whole planetary scale. And we have different ecosystems, obviously we've flown through, so we flew over oceans, we flew over sort of grasslands or forest or over through mountains, and now we're sort of at sort of the edge of a desert and approaching a desert. up here a bit. Looks like someone didn't heed the atmospheric unsafe flight warning. And if we take a look back here, you can sort of see where we came from, about 2.5 kilometers back there. And so we're heading past this rock out, this sort of canyon walls to head to the distress beacon. Go check out something else we had in, a little bit of breadcrumbs. Orpheus Horizon, Javelin class. Wonder where that came from. Alright, let's carry on. See if there's anyone around. I'm gonna head that way to get to the distress beacon. I know the music changing here is all part of the dynamic music logic system. So, and it'll start to calm down now that the combat's over. Right, so that's, well, we lost our rover, that's not so good. That's where the distress beacon's coming from. Was the trap. Alright, let's see what we got around here. conveniently some sand nomad dragonflies. Shot moment. There we go. Alright, we've got one with another distress speaker we've linked to, so let's go look for that. And remember, we came all the way down from planet, all the way down here, and we're down, driving around at this level of detail. So that's kind of a big testimony to what the Prompt Planet V2 stuff does, and the tools it's given the artist to, I mean, this looks amazing. You wouldn't think that it's at a global scale.
Chris, I love you.
One more escape pod, which we linked to when we activated the other escape pods beacon. So Vince, by the way, Vince is our lead QA in Los Angeles. Is a much better pilot than me. So we should give your appreciation. Otherwise, you'd have me crashing into things. Escape pods, same location, over class. Yeah, and if you see up there, that's the space station. And if you look closely, you can actually see the rings slowly rotate. So that is the space station we flew past on the way down. And that's kind of what the sort of tech and the 64-bit precision for positional space gives you. So we just can have this dynamic range of scale that I don't think any other game has. So all this up-close detail at this level, at, you know, as high-quality first-person as you see in any other game, but on a global or a planetary or even star system scale. All right, so Orpheus, Horizon, Black Box. So we've now, between the two pods, triangulated to where the black box of the Orpheus Horizon is, which is the crashed spaceship. And hopefully we'll find it. Vince is undeterred by the impending sandstorm. But seriously, the sandstorm's an example of we want to have dynamic weather on the procedural planets, and we're working to have sort of a dynamic procedural weather system and things like sandstorms, hurricanes, various weather systems are all things that will model onto the planets that will add additional sort of drama and challenges for when you're adventuring and playing around. Right, let's go check out what a piece of wreckage is. That looks like the Orpheus Horizon and visit. But we're just gonna do it!
Ride the word, what deep?
Yeah, I gotta memorize that whole speech. So we showed you a crash Starfarer, this is a crash Javelin. We'll pop off here. We're still about 200 meters away. And check out where we're going. Show if there's any. Let's see. Hang on a second. It's like there's a Sand Nomad. So should we shoot it? Yeah. Oh, nice shot. Vince got cocky. He's like on the move too. Sneak up behind it. I guess he's watching the incoming sandstorm. That looks like it's getting close. Okay, let's get out of here. Shit. Hurry up, Vince. Good. Fucking jump. that's not good. We just lost our way in. Right, let's see here. That's where the black box is. Hang on a sec. Is it on that? That's where the black box would be. So let's see if let's find a way out. Put our little thing and we can where our rover was, and that's where we were the Connie up there, which is probably about, I think, 8-9 kilometers away. Maybe that's not such a good idea. Let's see it. That's the first time it's ever done that. I mean, you get to see the pull out twice now. How do we go to the console? Do we get a key or not?